everyone. This is Emma. I'm guest reporter live from St. Paul, Minnesota. That is the Minnesota State Capitol right behind me. There is a large rally. Let me turn the camera around for you. There's a large rally for George Floyd happening on the lawn. There are thousands of people out here right now. In support of the community. But the state capitol building is also surrounded by National Guard troops. So please share this as you're tuning in and give it a thumbs up. And as soon as we gain some more viewers, I'll take you a bit closer and show you the line of troops, especially up in front, where it's 3 lines deep and there's military vehicles up there. Again, we're live in St. Paul, Minnesota at the Minnesota State Capitol, where there is a massive rally. Thousands of people gathered here on the lawn. Full. I have seen a couple of instances of people starting to argue or yell at the riot police and the National Guard that are surrounding the building, but then other people are kind of stationed around the building to help calm them down and discourage them from engaging. There are, like I said, thousands of people here, a lot of people live streaming, a lot of people recording. The signal for a lot of people kind of keeps coming in and out. I don't suspect there's any jamming or anything like that going on, but if the quality isn't so great, I do apologize. There are just so many people here. Again, for those just tuning in, my name is Emma. I'm guest reporting for Status Coup here from St. Paul, Minnesota. You can see up there at that stoplight, the road is blocked off by National Guard vehicles. That's the same case all around here. So we have socially distanced state patrol here. I have seen no identification on any of them besides on the top.
Well, I think it's ridiculous. You don't own this sidewalk. You're on it, so I'm on the thing closest to it. Get a fucking life.
They're asking everybody to step on the road right here, not to stand on the sidewalk. After curfew last night, I came here and captured some footage of what was happening. This fence was not here yet, but the building was surrounded just like this. And the area was silent and empty. A military helicopter was circling above. It was out here earlier, but I haven't seen it for quite a while. I'm going to walk you through the back of the crowd to give you an idea of how many people are on the lawn here.
My husband can't know because I'm wearing your clothes.
This is the Minnesota State Capitol. We're live here in St. Paul for this rally for George Floyd as the Capitol building is surrounded. Very peaceful protest here, but you can see all of the gear that they have. The vast majority of people here do have masks on, and masks are being handed out for anyone who doesn't have one.
If you have money in Wells Fargo, if you are buying stuff from this is the time to tell them they need to support us or you stop going there and take your money.
Hell yeah!
We cannot continue to support stores who are abusing our people. It needs to end. Take your money out of Wells Fargo. Take your money away from Target. Tell them if protesters are protesting, they need to support the protesters. Allow them to buy what they need to buy to have a peaceful protest. Second and third of all, we need to arrest all the police officers. Absolutely no question about that. No question about that. when the video was surfacing, the prosecutor in Minneapolis said he didn't have enough evidence. Not enough evidence. What evidence do you need? What evidence do you need? Is there enough evidence to arrest someone who is stepping on someone's neck, intentionally killing this person? This is not premeditated. It's intentional murder. So, my friends, we need to hold the police officers accountable, remove the prosecutor from Minneapolis out of office. He needs to leave office now. He cannot tell us he doesn't have enough evidence. He cannot. We are not idiots. We are educated enough to know we have enough evidence. So, my friends, this has to end now. Now. Any company like Target or West Fargo who refuse to give you service because you are protesting, stop going there. Arrest these police officers. Thank you.
Black blood! Black blood! Black blood! Black blood! Our youth need justice. So the reason why we're out here is so our future generations don't have to go through what George Floyd went through, what Marcus Garvey went through, what Jamar Clark went through, what Eric Gardner went through, what Mike Brown went through. So our youth we're gonna hear from our youth real quick.
Good afternoon. My name is Emma Fiala. I am only 16 years old. I see the movements like this in history books, and I think, how do people let this happen? Why am I here right now? Why am I here protesting for basic human rights? To be treated like people. It's a shame.
It's a damn shame.
When I saw, me and my brother saw that video, it was hard to get through, but I had to watch it. When I saw that video, I saw my brother, I saw my dad, I saw my cousins, I saw my friends. Justice will not be served until all 4 of those officers are behind bars. How many? How many? More. I'm tired of being tired of being tired. I have lost sleep over this. It's not right. It's not right. If you don't know my name, like I said, my name's Emma Fiala. I hope what I just said sticks with you. And there has to be a change. I don't want to bring kids up in a world where I have to teach them how to navigate police, how to talk to police. When I drive through predominantly white neighborhoods, I turn my music down because I don't want to draw attention to myself. Why is that? Because of the color of my skin. Say it. It's racism. And then you have people at the highest level of this country saying systematic oppression does not exist. Bullshit. Our president wants to call us thugs. Thugs. We're all thugs. We're all thugs. We're all thugs. What about when the KKK has a rally on national television in Charlottesville, Virginia, and they're fine people? What's the difference? What's the difference? What is the difference? Exactly. How many weeks ago were white protesters storming the doors of this very building with guns, with weapons of war? There was no tear gas. There were no rubber bullets. There was nothing. You law enforcement United States, you stand, you make me sick. You make me sick. It's almost funny.
It's you an embarrassment. Y'all not here. I'm angry.
You're on the rooftop waiting for something to happen. Oh, what if I move? What if I do something quick? What are you gonna do? Tear gas me? Because I'm fighting for my rights? Because I'm fighting to be treated like an equal human being? Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! Thank you.
My name is Kennedy McTeague. I am 19 years old. We are all here today because a couple days ago, and where most of us were born and raised, a black man lost his life because of somebody's judgment. With strength, with pain comes strength. We are mad. We are feeling the pain. This could have been my brother, my father, my cousin, my friend, your son, your brother, your father, your cousin, your teacher, your boss. He was doing nothing wrong, and he lost his life. And the National Guard standing here to protect who? They're not protecting black people. Right. You think they're here? You think they're here to protect us? So who are you here to protect? Who are you here to protect? Who are you here to protect? The people in that building. The people who make the laws. The people who said third-degree murder is enough. You think third-degree murder, a charge like that is enough for somebody who murdered a man on camera? We saw it. We saw it. Everybody here saw it. People in Chicago saw it. People in New York. People in Los Angeles. People in Europe, Asia. They saw it. And he got away with third-degree murder. If you are not mad, you are the problem. If you haven't cried, if you do not feel your heart breaking, you are the problem. I want to say this. Consistency is key. Do not stop until not just one, but all four of them are behind bars for life. How many black people have died in the United States of America? Too many. And you want to know what? It caused us to burn down our city. We are burning homes. We are burning establishments. We are breaking things. And you want to know who's doing it? The cops. You think AutoZone was set on fire by people like us? No. You saw the video. There's nothing that anybody here can ignore because it's been caught on video. You share that. You share the video. You share your opinion. You share your voice. You use your platform. You are here today, and that is good, but we are not going to stop until we have received the justice that our people deserve. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Do not stop saying his name. I don't care if they all go to jail. Do not stop saying his name. Ever, ever, ever. You tell your kids, you tell your grandkids, you tell your brother, your father, your mother, your grandma, you tell them you do not ever ignore what happened. We are going to remember this. We National Guard are going to remember this. We are not going to stop. They can scare us with these tanks. You can tear gas us. You can shoot rubber bullets. But we are in numbers. All this anger, we are using it. This is our strength. This is our fuel. So keep it up. Keep it up. Consistency is key. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Thank you.
Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. So glad all you guys are out here today. We got another speaker coming up. A great organizer here in the Twin Cities. We have Jelani from here, Minnesota.
I want to say, we got to say the truth.
We gotta tell the truth. Even if it hurts us, we gotta tell the truth. What we saw on Monday was a taxed, paid, televised torture of a human being in America. Right there! I'm gonna say it again. What we saw was taxed, paid, televised torture of a human being in America.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and share it, and subscribe to Status Coup if you haven't already. This is Emma. I am reporting live here from St. Paul, the Minnesota state capital, where there is a massive rally for George Floyd here on the lawn of the Capitol.
Delivering justice and bringing and arresting all they're telling us to stop protesting. Instead of putting those men behind bars, they're telling us to stay home.
Capitol is surrounded, as you can see. The contrast here between this line of armed state patrol, armed National Guard on my left, and this massful, peaceful rally on my right. It's hard to describe how it feels. I'm not here alone today, so don't worry about me. You know, I think they're uncomfortable for quite a few reasons. There is a photo that was taken the other day of a Minnesota National Guard member who was in tears. I can't imagine that all of them want to be doing what they're doing right now. It's also very warm out here right now, and you can see how much gear they have on. One of the speakers just a few moments ago mentioned the buildings being burned and saying that it wasn't them, that it wasn't the protesters, and talking about the video of the AutoZone. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that video and heard about the umbrella man. If there's anyone that has that link with them, if you could put that in the comments, that would be great. There is a person who was dressed in black, had a gas mask on, and a black umbrella, who was the first person to break the windows at the AutoZone before it went up in flames. I have my own footage of either the same or a different umbrella man who threw a rock, a very big rock, I guess a brick, before the fire. So there's been a lot of people looking through footage and looking for photos for more evidence about that umbrella man. Please make sure to like this video if you haven't already, and share it. glad to hear that Jimmy Dore showed that one. The pink shirt man who confronted the umbrella man. I actually have an interview with him. I had a chance to talk to him before that happened, and he had a lot to say. It's not good quality, but you can find that on my YouTube channel. It's EMMASRON, Emma Saron, on YouTube. Like a guy who was not supportive of the rally out here, just rode his bike through. I'm gonna head over to that drumming that's happening behind me and then make my way through the back of the crowd so you guys can get another view of how big this is and see if I can find some people to talk to. Again, we are live from the Minnesota State Capitol in St. Paul, Minnesota for a massive rally in support of the community here for George Floyd, as the Capitol is completely surrounded by State Patrol and by the National Guard. Please be sure to share this video. It's important to show every side, every angle, every different kind of thing that's happening across the country and around the world right now, because we've had buildings burn here in St. Paul. As you know, we've had countless buildings burned in Minneapolis, just on the other side of the Mississippi River here, and many people injured, so much tear gas. But right now, this is a peaceful gathering, a massive peaceful gathering on the lawn of the Minnesota State Capitol. The rally is continuing, but there are constant groups of people moving across the lawn because there are sort of every corner. On the other side over there, there's a lot of food. The Twin Cities is always amazing at mutual aid and supporting each other in the midst of all kinds of things, and it's no different. And so much is and things like Yep, there are, like I've said, and like you've seen, there are many people here, and a lot of people are live streaming and, you know, just have phones with them. So the fact that I have been able to stream here is really impressive. I do apologize if the quality isn't great or if it does buffer at times. the plan is here, and could let me know in the comments. It feels like there's maybe going to be a march, because there's a banner there in the front and a crowd gathering here, and it looks like there's marshals. I'm going to move a little bit to the other side of the building, because every time I come near this building, my connection gets bad. Sounds like this vehicle is coming here to pick up some soldiers. We'll get out of its way. This marshal here in the vest did a good job of checking in with that vehicle and finding out what the heck it was doing, because there are a lot of people in the street right there. Over here, there's a bunch of food and water in the middle of that group there. I believe it's a church meeting and holding a prayer service there. Again, we are live right now in St. Paul, Minnesota. This is the Minnesota State Capitol, where there is a large rally happening on the lawn as the building is surrounded by state patrol, by riot police, by the National Guard. but the rally here is peaceful. Yes, the drumming is very powerful. Here in Minnesota, we have a very large indigenous population. We are on stolen land here. There is constantly, at festivals, at all kinds of things, a large presence with those dancers that you saw, with drumming. That is something that is embedded here in these large gatherings. Well, it looks like the entire crowd is moving this way now.
There's something about a march.
So I guess there is a march. We'll just walk through the crowd a bit and show you how big this really is.
I know, I'm just saying, I'm just like proving it.
So many masks out here today, and that's been consistent with everything that's been happening. Lots of masks being given away for the people that didn't bring their own. Thanks again for everyone tuning in. This is Emma. I'm guest reporting today from St. Paul for Status Coup.
Stay hydrated. Make sure you get some water.
We've got water being handed out. No, thank you. Would you guys want to share anything on the live stream about what you've seen today?
Of them.
I've asked about 7 groups of people so far if they wanted to say anything on camera, and so far nobody wants to. I'm going to head over to what looks like the march starting point. But like I said, that building right in front of me, every time I get close to it, my signal gets really bad. Now you can kind of get a better look at really just what it looks like here. With these vehicles and so many troops surrounding the Capitol here in St. Paul, Minnesota. There aren't many, but every once in a while you can see someone come up to the roof there.
Oh my God, that massive hound. Oh my God.
Where?
They shut them down. This
Such a surreal sight here with the National Guard around the Minnesota State Capitol. Looks like the march has started.
I'm in St. Paul, which is adjacent to Minneapolis.
Got food here again. Yep, those were Pop-Tarts. There's a little bit of everything out here. And there have been at every location that there's been a lot of people and stuff has been happening. There has been a ample supply of water and food and masks. For those unfamiliar with the area, this is St. Paul, Minnesota. This is obviously the state capital right here. St. Paul is a city that is right next to Minneapolis. They're referred to as the Twin Cities because they are two cities that are right next to each other. George Floyd was murdered by Minneapolis police in South Minneapolis. Since then, protests have erupted in multiple locations, starting outside of the 3rd Precinct in Minneapolis at the intersection of Lake Street and Minnehaha. But only days later, it came to St. Paul. This road up here is University Avenue. Not too far that way, some buildings burned, people gathered, police showed up, tear gas went flying. There was more tense situations over there and then throughout Minneapolis. So there's a lot going on in the Twin Cities metro area right now. So the crowd is moving towards University, and then it looks like they've turned on University Avenue, heading west towards Minneapolis. You can see up on the top of the building there, there's some officers up there too, binoculars. Looks like a lot more of them have come to this side of the building as the crowd moved this way. It looks like there was a person that medics are tending to back there, which I don't believe is at all related to the patrol or the guard that are out here right now. It's very warm right now. A lot of people have been out here for a couple of hours.
Keep moving. Make a documentary out of it.
The goal of this gathering was certainly to be very peaceful. I mentioned earlier, and I'll say it again for those that weren't watching then, that there have been some people who have arrived angry and had things that they wanted to say or yell to the state patrol and the guard troops that are surrounding the building, but it seemed like there were other people that were placed at the corners to watch for people like that and to help diffuse the situation and to remind them to be peaceful and to move along. So I did see that happen quite a few times.
We had a traffic light, bro. Tell me we had a traffic light. At the bottom of the traffic.
There's a bit of a bottleneck here where there's vehicles blocking the way.
We're not the ones. We're not the violent ones. We're the peaceful ones. Go get the white supremacists. Go get the KKK.
They're here.
They're here! Where are you? On the train! Chasing us from the
Right.
Damn!
Damn.
Snipe their ass!
I just noticed that. I'm like, oh, that's
Y'all get clocked out. This was a peaceful protest.
Y'all are making the shots!
Clocked out.
Close the gap. Let people in.
So I've noticed personally, since covering this since earlier in the week, that people have become kind of a lot more guarded and cautious. Some people not so much in what they're saying and what they want to do, but I had a lot more luck the first few days having conversations with people and talking to people, and I think there's more concern now. Some people not wanting to be on camera, some people not wanting to talk, as we know that there's potentially people coming in from out of town. The governor has said that they do have intelligence that cartels and white supremacist groups have come to the Twin Cities and are active. So with what's going on back there, such a heavy presence of armed law enforcement, people are here and peaceful, but people are also still kind of on edge. Yes, this is St. Paul. We're just walking away from the Capitol, where there was a massive rally on the front lawn, thousands of people, and it has now turned into a march. Honestly, I don't know where the destination is. We're going down University Avenue, west towards Minneapolis. Further down this road on University Avenue is where police confronted protesters a couple of days ago with tear gas, with markers, where some buildings burned.
Let's keep moving! We need to close the gap. Let's keep moving! Let's keep moving! Let's keep moving! Let's stay in the road! Stay in the road, please!
There are still people transporting water through the crowd. There are some medics in front of me. There are a lot of marshals out here trying to keep everybody safe.
Local kids, local people, going up to like these two girls and like a bunch of other people. They're smashing in windows and going in.
For those just tuning in, this is Emma, guest reporting for Status Coup today, live in St. Paul, walking down University Avenue after having left the Minnesota State Capitol. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure to like, hit the thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to Status Coup if you haven't already. I think it's especially important to share things like this because it's in contrast to a lot of the other things that are happening right now. And a lot of the things that some of the mainstream media is probably a lot more likely to share. The destruction, violence, burning. But this is peaceful. This is a peaceful march. The entire rally at the state capitol was peaceful. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, if you've seen mainstream media reporting on what's happening here right now. The crowd marching down University is smaller than the crowd that was at the Capitol, but this is still a large number of people. They have turned. I'll try to get up a little higher for you so you can see. They've turned down Marion Street here. I really can't understate just how interesting and amazing and wonderful it is to see this mutual aid everywhere. Tables set up in the middle of a march to provide for the community. We've got people in their cars back there filming the march as it goes by. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm gonna take a break and drink some water now. I'm really thirsty. It's really hot out here. My mask makes me even hotter. So please, if you haven't already, like this video, share it. I'm gonna sign off for now and maybe be back later. Sorry I didn't get a chance to speak with anyone here. I wanted you to listen to a little bit of what was being said, and like I said, some people have been a little bit guarded, or at least the specific people that I went up to, unfortunately, but keep an eye out for more live streams later. Again, this was Emma, guest reporting today from St. Paul, Minnesota for Status Coup. Thank you.